What's going on, Drinking Buddies? Brand new podcast coming right at you. But you know what we got to do first. We got to talk about those things that generate a little revenue for the show. First and foremost, we are brought to you by the Patreon at patreon.com/MattSlayer. Do you know you can support this show for as little as $3 a month? Less than the cost of a beer. For just a touch more, just a little bit more. You can get the audio ad free. You can get the video versions a week early. Get them uncensored. Get bonus content. Get your name in the credits. All at patreon.com/MattSlayer. We're also brought to you by the merch store at anwd.net/merch. Pick yourself up a hat, a shirt, a hoodie. Tell the world you're a drinking buddy by picking up some merch at anwd.net/merch. We are also proud to be brought to you this week by our friends at Iron Tech Doll. Are you feeling bored or lonely? Are you looking for something exciting? Visit IronTechDoll.com. where artistry meets intimacy. Discover the most realistic silicone love dolls, crafted with precision and unmatched customization. Shop and use promo code BIC for an exclusive discount at IronTechDoll.com. Also, are you an adult entertainer or influencer? Join IronTech's replica program or become a KOL/KOC partner. Let IronTech bring your likeness to life, or explore how their lifelike dolls can elevate your brand. Reach out to Scott at IronTechDoll.com to learn more. Remember, go to IronTechDoll.com today and use promo code BIC for an exclusive offer. Last but certainly not least, the things you can do to support this show that cost you nothing, absolutely nothing. First, Signal Boost. Tell your friends. Let people know about the show. Also, you can go to avn.com and vote for us for Best Adult Podcast. I don't think I'm going to win, but it doesn't hurt to try. It's always an honor to be nominated. And last, but certainly not least, the easiest way you can support this show is go to youtube.com/andnowwedrink and subscribe. Why are you not watching the video versions? All right, let's get on with it. My guest this week is the one and only Jayne Doh. Jayne has lived a lot of life. Just a lot of unexpected stories. The things Jayne has done with her life before she got into the biz. So sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy Drinking Buddies.
When aliens come to take over, they look at us like we're out of our minds now. We're gonna galactic makeover, and now we're thinking that they just might be right. I cannot wait for this whole world to end. I'm gonna break out the bottle with my friends. I think they'll tell the best stories when we're gone. And now we drink.
Jayne, what the fuck's up?
Not much. What's up with you?
You're dealing with adventures in Hollywood.
Dude, the fucking parking. I was like, there's no valet? No valet?
No, I'm not quite that bougie.
Oh my gosh. I was expecting you to send a butler. I'm just kidding. I am so not that person.
I'm glad. You'd be wildly disappointed when I'm like, yeah, I'm coming down there in flip-flops.
No.
I didn't even put on pants for you, girl.
You didn't, and I love the view.
I mean, if you're into pasty white legs, I'm here for it.
Ooh, talk dirty to me.
I showered. I'm sorry. I can't talk that dirty.
Oh, God. Boring.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I decided to get
snooze fest over here.
Sorry. I decided to be cleanly for you because I'm near God,
Oh, God.
We're going to do the Bible study here in a moment.
Okay. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
You don't want to be here for the Lord and Savior's voice?
I hear that he's always with you, right?
Oh, he just watched me do some horrible things then.
I think he's helped me do some horrible things.
Just pushing your hips?
Giving me the strength that I needed to be in reverse cowgirl for a very long time.
Jesus brings core strength. It's
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome.
Welcome me to the Casadora.
Do you know what podcast you're on?
It's called And Now We Drink.
You do know where you are. Awesome.
Yes.
Just need to check in. Sometimes people are like, what was the name of the show again? Like, you're here. You should know this. These are things you should know.
I looked it up. I actually researched.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know.
What did you find? I'm curious. What's your research found?
The research that I found is that you like to have conversations.
Well, that's accurate.
And it's like, you don't like to talk necessarily about the obvious things that we know. You want to talk about more.
Well, yeah. This is more about the audience getting to know who you are as a real human being, not just who they fap to.
Yeah.
It's important that they fap to you. Don't get it wrong. But it's there's more to it.
Yeah, it's funny because I recently I started blabbing on Instagram and Twitter randomly I want you guys to fucking know that I like reading books. I like books. And no one liked my tweet. And I was like, fuck you guys. They're like, yeah. And then I posted a picture with me holding a book with Scotty's dick in it. And I got hella likes and retweets. And I'm like, okay, so if there's a dick in the book, then you guys care that I like to read.
I don't think that's so much about the reading. I think it's probably more about the penis, probably.
Yeah, because it's right by my face. And I'm staring at it and it looks good. But I was reading the book.
What was the book?
5 Love Languages.
Oh, what is your love language?
Take a wild guess. I love gifts and physical touch.
I've only met you at 2 parties. I don't know.
Well, you know what they say.
That we met at 2 parties?
Mm-hmm.
Did I drink a lot? And have we had sex and I don't know it?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
We would have had paperwork and all that.
Fair enough. There's generally not paperwork involved when I have sex because I don't do it on camera.
Why
not once.
not?
Because sorry to the audience who's heard this a bunch of times. When I got in.
Oh, everyone has.
Well, when I got in, I've been in this shit for over a decade. And when I got in, if you were a male performer, it was just studio work.
Mm-hmm.
And I just never had the desire to do studio work. I never had the desire to be male talent. I got into this because I'm a film nerd. I'm into movies.
Yeah.
And I didn't meet anyone who did mainstream. And I met people that fucking did porn. So I'm like, well, this is my way to make shit. And part of the way of proving that I'm a legitimate human being versus just one of those fucking mopes who's I want to get into porn.
Yeah.
So they can try to get laid. It's no. I want to make stuff. And I'm specifically not here to try to fuck on camera. And now it's been this long. So occasionally when people are like, well, do you want to do something for my OF or something like that? I'm like, no, I'm cool. Because I've been saying no so long that it doesn't feel right to say yes.
That's cool. At least you know where you want to be in the world.
Yeah. No, fucking off camera is great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like on camera. I mean,
there's nothing wrong with that. That's your job.
Literally.
It's good that you enjoy what you do.
Yeah. It's just, I feel like it just feels so great that I want other people to be there too. I have this fantasy of doing it on a bar in public. But not a swingers club. That's lame.
Why is that lame?
Because I'm allowed to do it there. I want to go to there's this one restaurant in probably shouldn't say it because if I ever do it, this counts as premeditation, right? But
I think the whole story counts as premeditation.
Damn it. But it's awesome, this awesome bar. It's all wooden and it's kind of dark in there, but there's still lights. And there was this Jewish funeral service. I guess they had this dude's mom died. And so he brought everybody to this bar to have drinks. And so walk in and he has the curls, and the hat and everything. And he's like, my mother died and we're having a little repast here. And I want to buy you a drink to celebrate with us. And I was like, nah, dude, let me buy you a drink. Your mom died. And he was like, no. This is giving back. This is part of my culture. And I was like, all right, I'll take the drink. I took the drink. And then all of a sudden I'm looking around damn, if I got fucked right now on this bar with everybody watching and then they got turned on, I'd be so hot. And that's where the fantasy started.
Well, the problem is if he was Orthodox, he'd have to put a sheet in between the two of you.
Well, oh, yeah, I know.
You're I'm fucking in front of this bar. There's a sheet over my head. What the fuck?
Yeah, but I don't know. And I don't know if it wasn't the funeral part. I don't know what part of it, but it just triggered this huge fantasy in me. And I was like, I gotta do it. And I can't stop thinking about it.
What's stopping you?
Going to jail. I want to get booked and I don't want to have to cancel scenes and stuff because I went to jail and then not have a passport.
It's adult. No one's going to cancel your scenes for getting arrested.
Well, we could hope.
Unless you get arrested for something really fucking heinous, no one's canceling your work over it.
I love the fact that you don't think fucking on a bar at some dude's mom's funeral repast is heinous.
No, you're celebrating life.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, like, how's that heinous? No one, you're not forcing them to watch you at gunpoint. If they're not into it, they can leave the room.
Yeah. I mean, or join.
Either or.
Like, now imagine you're on the bar. Well, okay, the girl's on the bar and you're banging it out. And then everybody's like just playing with themselves. And then they just look to their neighbor and it's like, let's just do it. Let's just go. Let's do this. And then they just do it.
Yeah, it really depends on who's sitting next to me there. Like, if it's some old fat rabbi, I'm cool. Like,
well, not the rabbi.
Rabbis are allowed to fuck. It's cool.
They're not?
They are. Jewish religious leaders can fuck.
I've never been with a rabbi.
Well, you should fix that.
I should.
Just like, I'm going to go bed a rabbi.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's really cool because like the Catholics can't do it.
Well, yeah, but the Catholics can't do it because of fucking crazy medieval bullshit.
Yeah, nobody can even talk to anyone from back then. So how do they know that the stories are true? You know, like the telephone effect. You know, you whisper one thing and whisper another and whisper, and then you're translating shit for people that don't know the language. So it's like, how do we know that they're actually not allowed to? Like,
it was because of royalty, not because of the word of God. It was because medieval dynasties didn't want to have rival dynasties from the religious sect. So they were like, yeah, about that. You can't have kids. Like, you can't, that you got to have the chastity. It just kind of, royalty enforced that shit. And it's the same reason, like, you can't eat meat on Fridays because that was a commercial thing. The fishmongers were looking for more way to sell fucking fish.
you know, I wouldn't have lasted back then. Like Salem witch trials, I'm pretty sure they burned me.
Probably.
I would not have made it back then.
Well, I'm glad you're here now.
Me too.
Interviewing you on fire would just be a bad scene.
Now, if they put that jelly stuff on my skin,
My equipment, my poor equipment.
I mean, what if we put the jelly stuff all over your equipment?
I don't think that's healthy for my equipment.
Okay. Well, another set.
You being on fire is fine. I guess we could probably get a boom mic or something.
Yeah. Yeah, or like my shoes. like if I had those platform stripper stilettos and then we like put the stuff on and lit them on fire and it's just like feet in the air, boom, boom. Or spread eagle and it's just like, and then it's like shooting flames and it's just like coming from my feet. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Why aren't you doing this? Why?
I don't know. I'm going to set it up though.
You should.
It's going to be a personal shoot.
Just do it at a bar.
I'm really going to go to jail. I don't want to go back.
You been?
Yes.
What were you in for?
Man.
You were in for
I
man?
No, not for men. Not for man. I didn't go to jail for man. I went to jail because I committed a couple crimes.
I mean, that's hopefully how the justice system works.
I told the judge that I shouldn't have had to go to jail, but okay, I stole a $178,000 Corvette. But let me tell you how it happened. It's not my fault. It's the dealership's fault. The dude was so busy looking at my boobs that he handed me the keys, did not check my ID or anything. And then he's like, "Oh, here's your new car." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." And then I'm like, "I don't know how to drive a Corvette. Can you drive it off the lot for me? Because I don't want to scrape it." He's like, "Okay." Drives it off the lot for me. I really didn't know how to drive it. Drives it off the lot for me. And then I get in the driver's seat and I drove it around the corner and, did what I did. And then I have to go to jail for that? Like,
where did you take this car to?
That, I don't remember. I don't recall.
I believe you're pleading the fifth at the moment. Got it.
Yeah. So the dude... double jeopardy is a real thing, but I don't know. I feel like it's a gray area, so we're just going to leave it like that. But the dude, like, honestly, at the end of the day, he drove the car off of the lot for me. He did not check my ID. He checked my boobs. He literally checked my boobs, and you could see it during the trial, the surveillance video of me walking in, and at no point does he ask me for my identity or like any proof of anything. You just drive a $178,000 Corvette off a lot for me after I tell you I don't know how to drive it. So why would you think I had any business buying it? And then I leave, and then you get upset. And then I have to go to jail because you made a mistake. Like, dude, it was his dealership. He should have been on his shit more. Like, if I had to go to jail for taking the car, he should have had to go to jail for giving it to me because he was an accessory.
So what were you doing at the dealership? What were you there to buy?
I was there to steal the car.
Oh, okay.
But he made it extremely easy. He stole it for me and gave it to me, basically. I didn't have to do anything to get the car. I just walked in and was like, oh, hey, I'm here to pick up my Corvette. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he was like, let me grab the keys. Swear, in and out. And then I was like, oh, dang, like, I don't know how to drive this. Have you driven a Corvette?
It's been a very long time.
It's really hard. The buttons, everything's different. I didn't know what to do. I was like, can you start it for me? Where does the key go? How do you do this? I don't want to drive it. It's really low. I gave every single sign of I should not be in this car. I told him I didn't know how to drive it.
Why were you there to steal it? Why?
Why does anybody steal a car?
Well,
it was years ago. This was years ago.
I assume this was years ago.
This was a long time ago, like a very long time ago. I haven't stolen anything since I was on probation for like, first off, that was my first theft, and it was the last one. I learned my lesson.
I'm glad you went big on the first one.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, it's just like he gave me the car.
Well, yeah, but I'm curious. Like, did some dude put you up to it, or you're just like, that would be a nice Corvette? Like,
I have a very high IQ, and I saw a car, and I was like, it's a special color, the only one of its color in the U.S., the only one with these original seats, the only one with this. And I was like, I'm going to sell this car to somebody who's going to pay the car note. So the plan was steal the car under someone else's identity. Yeah, that was another charge. Okay, had a couple charges for this.
Wait, but he never saw the ID. How did he know you were committing identity theft?
Exactly. I got charged with like 12 charges, only 2 stuck. I had a great attorney, but 2 stuck. And the thing is, it's like I made a young mistake, right? But he gave me the car. You can't argue that fact. He literally did not. The surveillance footage, you don't see him one time ask me for an ID. He didn't say, can you verify that this is you? He handed me a paper to sign, and all I did was draw a big X on it. Swear. They presented it as evidence. Big X, and I was like, I did not sign that. I put an X, and they were like, that counts as forging a signature. I just put an X on the whole page. But because this guy doesn't want to look stupid, I had to go to jail.
Ugh, how long were you in?
Well, I got sentenced to 1 year and 8 days, but because of COVID, I only had to serve like, they made me serve 30, and then of the 30, I think I served like 18 days or 25 days or something. And then I had 45 days of in-house house arrest.
Like everyone else on COVID?
Yeah, it was stupid. And then I had that house arrest, and then I was on probation for 2 years, and then I had to check in with the probation officer, and then,
Was this here in California? Or?
Yeah, in California. And then they kept saying, we could tell that you're not a criminal. And I was like, so why am I in jail? Like, why you guys shouldn't have put me here? I really honestly should have been let go. And on top of that, they got the car back. You got the car back.
Well, I understand that
it took a couple months to get it back, but he got it back in perfect condition.
How'd they find you?
They didn't find me.
Well, then how did they arrest you?
I was actually never actually arrested. I had to turn myself in because they found my mother. They kicked in my mom's door. She sent me her Ring doorbell footage, and she was like, look at this. And I see like a fucking SWAT, like, boom, like, where is she? Where's the car? And then they like had her and my brother get on the ground, and I was like, oh, damn, I can't put my family through this. So I got an attorney. Had the attorney call them. They were like, we need her to come down for questioning. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. But what I will do is show up to court. I got, bailed out of jail. And then I had to go to trial. And then after trial, they gave me like a little grace period to turn myself in. Because they knew I wasn't a criminal. This dude was thinking with his eyes and his dick, and he handed me a car. If he wouldn't have made it that easy, if the dude would have asked for an ID, I would not have walked away with that car.
So what was the plan if he did ask for an ID?
Walk away without the car?
Well, I mean, if you were there to steal it, what was the original plan?
If he asked for the ID, I'd be like, oh, I don't have it. And then hopefully he looks at my tits. And if that didn't work, I'd say, oh, I'll come back. And then I would have left and never stolen a car. I wasn't out to steal a car. I was trying to steal that car.
For sure.
It was a that car situation. It wasn't like, oh, I'm a car thief. It was like, this is the car.
You had to have had a plan. So
I had a plan.
Yeah.
I had a plan. The plan was to get the car and, no one was going to get hurt in this situation. I was going to sell it to somebody who was going to pay me, and then they were going to be paying the car note. From them paying me, I'd pay the car note every month. So the person's identity that was being used, her credit score was going to fucking shoot up through the roof. Okay? She was going to have a positive credit, and then I was going to make money. Like, they sold a car, this person has a car, her credit score goes up, and I make money. What kind of crime is that? It's like a Robin Hood type of a crime. This was like the most noble crime you could have done. And on top of that, I didn't go in with weapons. I literally had on a really hot maxi dress, deep orange plunge, spandex. It was like really hot.
You didn't come in there with an actual weapon, but you definitely weaponized some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he would have asked for IDs or certain things, I would have told him that I didn't have it and that I'll come back. And I would have never showed back up, and I would have never stolen a car. So honestly, it's that dude's fault. He deserves also to go to jail. If I have to go to jail, so does he. And they got the car back. It's not like, oh, you never got the car back.
Were you able to move it, or were you just sitting on it the whole time?
No, I had it for less than 10 minutes.
Oh, someone was already waiting for it?
Possibly.
Fair enough. So how was the time in jail? Like, what the fuck was that like?
Dude, at first I thought I was going to be scared in jail. First of all, jail is full of crackheads. Like, can you believe I was running my cell?
I mean, I can.
I never took myself as like the head celly, like I never took myself as that. But when I realized like the first girl that got put in my cell with me, she was like, oh yeah, they let me keep my panties. And I knew they would, because the last time when I got arrested because of COVID, they let you keep your panties now. And I was like, okay, it was my first time in jail. So I thought that everyone got to keep their panties and their bra. If you have a bra with wires, they make you cut the wires out, or you can wear your own sports bra and take it into jail with you. Otherwise, like, you have to go in with nothing and wait for them to give you replacements, which could take like a week. So she's like, I got my panties, and right when they were arresting me, I wiped my crack pipe out into my panties so they would think it's shit stains. I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, one of my needles. Girl pulls her panties down and shows me thick black trails in her panties. Her and another girl are literally picking it off of her panties, and they were like, we got to get our hands on some foil and potatoes so that we can light it. And I was like, what? Like, so we can smoke this. And I was like, do you have heroin and crack in your panties that's disguised as shit stains?
Wow.
Yeah, that was my first day in jail. And then I'm vegan, and then they bring me 2 hot dogs. So my first jail meal was 2 hot dogs, a big section of beans, like with black specks in it. I don't know if it was pepper. I don't know what it was, but it was like black specks and these like pinto beans, and then 2 hot dogs on a bun, no toppings, and then like some shitty salad and a Thousand Island ketchup packet and 2 cartons of milk. And I was like, excuse me, I'm vegan. Can I have another option? And he was like, you're not vegan anymore.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was terrible.
That's ridiculous. Like, excuse me. I think you fucked up my order here.
Yeah, I was like, no, because I was like, there has to be rules against this. Like, I don't eat hot dogs.
Did you?
No, I ate the hot dog bun though. The outside. I didn't want to eat the part that touched the wiener. So I ate the outside of the hot dog bun and I ate the lettuce. And then they wouldn't give me water or juice. I was like, do you guys have, what other options do you have? They were like, you only get 2 cartons of milk. I was like, how do I drink water? They were like, out of the sink. Do you know what the sink water smells like? Boiling eggs.
Ugh.
All the water smells like boiled eggs. You never get used to it. And then if you get the water and you put it in the milk carton, you look at it's like tinted a little. It's a little tinted.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's about as clean as Flint water.
I don't know. It was pretty bad. It was kind of like the stinky river on like a military base.
Yeah, those are notorious for giving people cancer. So
yeah, and they also don't give you vitamins or ginger in jail. It's not a good place.
no, I mean they generally don't want you to go there.
The worst part was just like you're not comfortable. Like, you know, when everyone takes a shit, you can smell it because the doors are all heavy metal and like there's no windows. It's not like on the movies where it's bars. There's no bars. It's a thick metal door that no one can hear you from. And there's a slot that they put your tray through, and the slot only opens from the outside.
Right.
So you're literally in there choking on everyone's shit, and they're eating such bad food that they're constipated for days. So, like, I had to, like, yell at a couple people, like, flush in between your load droppings. Like, and then when you have to wash your clothes, you have to wash them in the toilet.
They don't have laundry service?
They do, but you can only wash your clothes, like, every 2 weeks. And you don't get that many clothes. So it's like you wear your underwear for, like, 2 weeks, or you wash them in the toilet. Yeah, I know. And you only shower, like 3 times a week.
That's not good.
I know, but apparently since there's only like, it's 23-in-1 is what they call it. So you get 23 hours in your cell and then 1 hour outside.
Well, were you in like protective custody or some shit?
No, it was COVID.
Oh, because of COVID, got it.
Yeah.
Damn.
It wasn't fun. It wasn't cool at all.
I mean, I don't think most people describe going to jail as cool.
It wasn't. Don't go to jail. Don't steal cars. Even if somebody gives it to you, don't steal it.
Good life lesson.
I learned my lesson. Like, literally, I won't even hang out with anyone who steals from CVS. I'm like, bitch, stay over there, and I'm not your friend anymore because I'm not going back.
You're an adult. You shouldn't be fucking with people that are shoplifting.
Yeah, no, I don't. I have a way better life now. I learned that I can live my life and I can use my boobs to get actual money instead of cars to turn them into money.
Yeah, just cut out the middleman there. Just cut out. Like,
yeah.
Boobs to money.
Boobs to money.
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
It's a tale as old as time.
Yeah. It's the oldest profession, right? Or something.
Exactly. Like, if you had just seduced that car dealer, you probably could have, made just as much without having to fucking,
Yeah. I wasn't thinking that way. I was like living within society's like constructs of what makes you a decent human. And I'm like, okay. But now I've realized what makes you a decent human is being genuine and being yourself. Like the old school method is you go to high school, you go to college to find a husband or a wife. And then right when you graduate, your boyfriend or proposes to you. And then you get married, you start your internships. And then once you get hired at wherever you interned at, then you plan out your pregnancy and you buy a home. And it's like, what? Who the fuck made that model up? That's not how life has to go.
No, definitely not. What life do you want besides, obviously the working adult?
I love the working adult because I love the fact that you can, it's all moral to me. I think everybody's in agreement. Everybody's there because they want to be. Everyone's taken care of. And then you get to live out these awesome fantasies that sometimes you never would have thought of. Some of these scenes, I'm like, who wrote this?
But what do you want out of life besides that?
Besides that, I want to have an awesome house with a farm. Like, I want like a farm, like a mini farm, like apple trees and like peanuts and green beans and stuff, like tomatoes. I want to grow stuff so I can eat seasonally. And I want, if I have a dog, I have to have a dog nanny because I don't want to clean up after it. But I would love a pet and, you know, probably like 2 kids.
Just 2?
Maybe 3. Maybe 3.
Only 3?
I want to be active. I want to be active and I don't want to hate them. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you have too many kids, it's too many personalities. And then you end up like, you're bound to not like one of your kids.
That's why I'm having 0.
I want to leave. Like, part of me working so hard is knowing that I'm leaving it to someone and there's somebody that's going to be able to take care of it.
I guess. But there's no guarantees that like you even have the one and you're going to get along. Or
yeah.
I would rather just live an awesome life, live it for me. And at the end of the day, once I'm dead, none of it fucking matters anyways.
Yeah. That's kind of how it goes for some people. But like, I lost one of my best friends. She was in the industry. And they just did a little memorial thing at the Brazzers Gala this past weekend. And it's weird because she was my best friend for like 15 years. But when I saw everyone applauding and cheering for her, I was like, she's still loved. Like, she didn't have any kids. She had a puppy. Her puppy passed away too. And so it's just like, just seeing that everyone still loves her. And then a lot of her fans still write me and they still like communicate with me that she left behind like such awesome vibes. And she made a lot of people feel seen and loved. And just from her connecting with her fans, I'm like, yeah, if you don't have kids, you can still do that. You can still leave an awesome legacy behind.
For sure.
Yeah.
The problem is, even if you have kids, even if you have an awesome legacy, in 100 years, it really fucking won't matter. Like, how much do you think about your great-great-grandparents?
I don't know their names.
Exactly.
Oops.
I don't know mine either. Like, I know my great-grandparents' names on one side, and that's it. Like, but you know,
I don't know. This is really bad, but I don't know any of my great grandparents. No, I know one of my great grandmother's names. Her name was Nancy.
Yeah, well, but it illustrates my point.
Yeah, but it's like
this all illustrates my point. Like, in 100 years, none of this will fucking have mattered. Hell, look at like celebrities from the 20s.
Yeah.
That was 100 years ago. How many of them actually still have a cultural impact to this day? Like an actual acknowledge, like subconsciously how they influence film, art, and stuff like that definitely could still be felt. But how many of them are consciously being like, yo, that person's art. Like Charlie Chaplin. That's like, how many other fucking people, stars of the 20s, are we still fucking talking about?
When was Marilyn Monroe around?
50s, 60s.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I mean, that was still
nobody. Oh, whoa. Jimmy Carter.
Well, he was born in the 20s. He wasn't a star in the 20s.
Yeah. You're right.
So he's still here.
Barely. Did you see the photos?
Still here. Like, technicalities or not, he's still here.
They made sure that people knew he was still here. I was like, all right.
Hey, made it to 100. Good on him.
Let's go, Carter.
But it's one of those things where, like, do you want to make it to 100 and be completely enfeebled and not be able to fucking have a good quality of life? Or would you rather check out before then?
I want to be lit until the very end. Like if I'm like 95 and I'm still going and there is a new roller coaster at Six Flags, just know I'm getting on it. And we're going to have a lot of hugs and positive words before I get on, but I'm getting on the fucking roller coaster.
Well, I'm happy to think, I'm happy that you think I'm going to still be there when you're 95. Like, I'll be long dead.
Maybe. Who knows? Let's ride the roller coaster together.
I mean, we could just do that now.
All right, let's go to Six Flags.
Well, not right this second.
Okay, lame.
Sorry. Work has to come first in this situation. We have to continue to do the job.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yes, that is exactly what is happening right now. Blah, 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 blah. But we can do that at another time. We could definitely go to Six Flags.
Let's go.
To be 100, like, in the shape Jimmy Carter's in, it's just like, I'm not sure I'd want to be 100 like that.
No, not at all. I want to be one of those super vegans that's like, I'm 95, still doing pull-ups. then I'm lit.
But your lack of protein.
But they're still doing pull-ups.
What made you decide to go vegan?
I want a really cool story with it, but I really don't have one. I was in high school. I was the top of my class. I was the president of every club that I was a member of, the multicultural club, student body president. I was like homecoming queen. I was all of that stuff. And then we had a dance team, and it wasn't varsity. I went up to Sacramento and auditioned for the varsity board. My principal calls me up to the office, and she's like, hey, I wanted to tell you first that after your audition, they just sent us an email and we got approved for varsity. You did a great job. And I was like, hell yeah, like varsity dance team, and I'm the captain. I'm like, what else could I not do? Like, I can do everything. I felt like you can't put anything in front of me that I can't accomplish. I'm a master at everything, but I love hot wings. I love hot wings. And I used to order hot wings from Domino's. It was before DoorDash. I would have them deliver it to my school because I didn't have an off-campus pass. So I would order like a big-ass thing of Domino's hot wings every day. And I was like, all right, I haven't eaten lunch today. So today, let's see if I can not eat meat, because that's the one thing I can't do is avoid hot wings. And my friends were like, you can't do it. That was the end of that. I was like, oh, I can't do it? Watch me. And then I didn't eat hot wings. That day I ate a bean and cheese burrito. I had wild berry juice and some sun chips, and that's what I ate. And then the next day they were like, oh, did you eat hot wings when you got home? And I was like, no. Like, you're going to eat them today? And I was like, no, I'm not. And then like all these years later, 19 years later almost, I'm still not eating meat because when I was in high school, I said that I wasn't going to eat it, and I didn't want to prove anybody
19
right.
years later.
Yeah.
You're in your mid-30s?
Early 30s.
Holy shit. Would have never guessed.
I'm 32.
Still would have never guessed. I thought you were like 24. For real.
Well, maybe it's because I'm vegan.
No. Not giving veganism that credit.
No, it could be the early onset of hot wing addiction that I had. But yeah, it's been March. It'll be 19 years.
Why would you give up something that you enjoy?
Because people thought that I couldn't.
Why the fuck does their opinion matter?
Because you can't tell me that I can't do something. You tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it. I don't believe...
You can't be vegan.
Well, I know that you don't mean that.
Oh, I mean it.
And I know that I could eat meat, but I'm choosing to...
But it's delicious.
And I'm not arguing that.
Wings are amazing. I know a good wing spot, like fucking a mile and a half from here, like the best wings in LA. Dude,
everyone has tried to tempt me so many times. I can't be broken.
I'm not trying to break you. I'm just trying to get you to enjoy life.
I enjoy life.
But you can enjoy wings.
I know. I used to love them so much. I would dunk them in ranch. It would just be so much. Oh.
You are literally salivating right now. Why would you deny yourself that shit?
Because when I was in high school, I told my friends...
Guess what? Your brain wasn't fully cooked in high school.
I know.
High school so fucking doesn't matter. You told fucking idiots that you happen to grow up near a thing. You can make new decisions.
I know. But the thing is, it's just... I have this phrase that I still live by. I'm on a mission to achieve the impossible. And it's like that the most impossible thing is to not eat hot wings.
Is it though?
If
you haven't eaten hot wings in 19 years, you're proving it's very possible to not eat hot wings.
Yeah, and then if I eat them, I'm going to only prove that it's possible to not eat them for 19 years.
Or you're proving that you're just getting control of your own life and doing what you enjoy with it.
I enjoy winning.
To who? Who are you beating?
Myself.
Someone has to lose for you to win. Who's losing besides you? You are losing by not eating hot wings.
The undisciplined version of me is losing. The disciplined version of me is winning.
But what does that discipline really gain for you?
I mean, I think my body looks pretty great. I don't work out. My skin bounces back pretty decently. I have I don't know. I think that physically my body's doing pretty okay.
But it could do fine with wings too. I'm not saying you have a diet of just wings. I'm just saying do what you want in this world. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. Don't fucking deny yourself just out of some fucking fear or some arbitrary, I have to win.
I enjoy cauliflower wings now.
You know that's not the same.
And oyster mushrooms, king oyster mushrooms. I make.
You know that's not the same.
Dude, I'm going to show you a picture right now of some hot wings that I made. Or not hot wings, like fried mushrooms.
Right. You can't call them wings to me.
I know. Hold on. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find you pictures because I cook very well. Watch.
I'm not saying you don't cook well. I'm not saying what you made isn't good. I'm just saying you are arbitrarily denying yourself something that you were passionate about at one point in your life.
Yeah, I was super passionate about hot wings.
Right. You should at least
and ranch.
You should give
Loved it.
You should give it another go. And if it doesn't appeal to you now, don't do it. But there's no reason.
Look at my. That's mushrooms, and I make it taste just as good as I remember the chicken tasting.
Yeah, you haven't had it in 19 years. You don't remember what chicken.
I don't remember.
You should.
Look at these mushrooms and chanterelle mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm not sold.
Ah, so good.
Jayne, none of us are making it out of here alive.
Oh yeah.
None of us are making it out of here alive. Why not?
Look at these carrots.
I'm not letting you steal a car on me. No matter how sexually you're like, let me look at the carrots. I'm not falling for it. Chicken wings are delicious.
They are. And I make them. I cook them for people.
So why aren't you fucking eating them?
Just because I don't want to. I know I could, but I just don't want to.
But have you examined why you don't want to? Besides, I have to win. Because I don't
want to because I said that I wouldn't.
You said that you wouldn't years ago. As an adult, you're allowed to change your mind.
Yeah.
You're allowed to, be like, nah, you know what? Wings sound fucking delicious.
Oh my gosh.
You're allowed to do that. No one, especially in our line of work, why do you give a fuck about anyone else's judgment?
That's the thing is I don't. It's more of me judging myself.
Why would you judge yourself poorly for eating delicious chicken wings?
Because I'd be a weak ass bitch.
How are you a weak ass bitch? You've gone 19 years without wings. I have not gone 19 weeks without wings, so it has been 19 hours.
I just don't want it. I
don't believe you. I do not believe the smile on your face, like the drool on your lips when you were like talking about wings. I don't believe you.
Let me tell you, I can make you a promise. If I ever eat hot wings, I will either FaceTime you or eat them with you.
I would prefer the latter.
I'm going to tell you, like, listen, this is my first time eating meat in X amount of years. And you're going to watch me devour them until I get sick.
I'll hold your hair. It's cool.
That's hot.
If it's my fault you're eating meat, I'm going to at least do that. It's gentlemanly to at least hold your hair when you get sick in that situation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to eat it. But if I did, I could definitely let you be a part of that journey.
Well, I'm here for it.
I did a McCruelty protest once.
Go protest McDonald's?
Yeah. I protested Chick-fil-A too.
Well, they need protesting.
Because they're assholes. Like, who are you to tell people, first of all, that they can't eat on Sundays? And then I don't like how it's like defamation of character to cows. Like, they make cows look like weak ass bitches. Like, why would you like eat more chicken? Like,
it's marketing.
But marketing, you're pitting one species of animal against another. Like, oh yeah, we're such scary little bitches that go eat the chickens, not us. Like, those cows are big and buff. They could stand up for themselves. But you make them look weak. They make them look weak. It's just like the cows aren't weak.
I mean, the cows are there for food. I would totally understand that they're like, yo, go eat the other animal so I get to live.
But it makes them look weak. And I feel like I
don't think that makes them look weak. I mean, it looks like they want to fucking live.
No, Chick-fil-A, they're dictators. They want to tell you what days you can eat on. You can't eat on Sundays because you have to starve because God has church on Sundays, so no one can eat today. And also, cows are weak and they're like so weak that they are like hiding behind a little chicken.
I hate that you're making me defend Chick-fil-A right now. I absolutely hate this. But, that they want to be closed on Sunday, I mean, besides the religious bullshit
That's messed up.
It's not.
That's really messed up.
Think about it, their employees. They're guaranteeing their employees a day off a week.
No. No.
They are.
If they want to go to church, go to night church. They do church on, I see these people knock on doors on Wednesdays. You got other days to go to church, but you're trying to tell people that like you're craving your favorite food. You want your favorite chicken sandwich today, but you can't go have it. You can't have it because it's Sunday and I said so, because people have church on Sundays. Like, go to Europe. Monday is Sunday in Europe. So everything's ass backwards with Chick-fil-A. Like, who are you people? Who are you people? Like, it's just messed up. It's messed up.
Giving their fucking low-wage employees a day off guaranteed a week.
Well, 40-hour work weeks is only 5 days of work. They get 2 days off regardless. But now what you've done is forced everybody to put all of their activities into Sunday, because now they can't say, oh, I need Wednesdays and Thursdays off, or fuck college. Like, you don't need to go to school on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You better take Sunday.
I mean, they can go to night school.
They can go to night church. And
I'm not saying they go to church on Sunday.
People should be able to get their little fucking waffle fries or whatever they want, their chicken orange salads and shit.
Or they could plan ahead and get that shit on Saturday night.
Why would you want to, like, why should they have to eat an old chicken sandwich because you want to go to church on Sunday?
They don't have to go to church. It's just a day off.
But why? When lots of people want to eat on Sundays.
Hey, it's a business decision they fucking made.
It's not a good one.
I'm not saying it's a good one. I'm just saying plenty of restaurants are closed on Mondays.
And that irritates me too. A lot of vegan restaurants are closed on Mondays and it bothers me. But I respect the Monday being Sunday thing out of the country, whatever. But I just personally feel like if you're providing food that people like, then you don't have the right to close on certain days, except for maybe major holidays. But not everybody celebrates every holiday. And there's people who want to work. There's people who are like Jewish and don't celebrate Christmas and are perfectly happy working on Christmas Day.
As a Jew, I'm definitely not happy working on Christmas Day.
Well, there's other ones, and you don't want to work at Starbucks anyways.
How do you know? How do you know that my life dream isn't to go be a fucking barista?
I don't take you as a barista kind of guy.
Just because I'd misspell your name on the cup? Like, what?
I don't know. Maybe it's because of the Don Julio.
Is the Don Julio telling you that I don't want to be a barista? Is that what's happening right now?
According to this drink, I don't think you want to be a barista.
I don't know. Don may be wrong there. Maybe my life's ambition is to be a barista, and I'm just stuck in this shit.
No, I don't think so. But I just feel like they don't have the right to close certain things down. It's just messed up.
But you got to look at it from the business standpoint. Like, it costs money to be in operation, and if they're not going to do enough sales to make it worthwhile to be open those days, why would they be open?
The amount of protests, like, first of all, when Chick-fil-A even opened, I didn't eat chicken anymore, okay? But I'm well aware that they're closed on Sundays. Because,
I mean, they're a shitty company. Don't get me wrong.
That's how loud the demand is for them to be open on Sundays, is that a vegan is aware that they're closed. So if you have a demand that high, then bro, like, open Chick-fil-A on Sundays.
They still get record profits, so...
But honestly, screw it. Keep it closed on Sundays. Save the chickens. But stop disrespecting the cows and making them look like weak punks. Like, cows are not that weak. Cows are strong.
And delicious.
Aww.
I had a bone-in ribeye before you got here.
Bone-in ribeye?
Uh-huh.
How'd you season it?
Salt, pepper, garlic.
Okay.
Medium rare.
I can rock with it. You ate it like a real man.
Oh, I picked up the bone and got the rest. Yeah.
You ate it like a man. I support that.
I do those things.
Ooh, what else do you do?
I mean, podcast, obviously.
Ugh, and a whole lot of nothing, according to your hat.
It's a nihilist Arby's hat. It's a very, very funny Twitter account. Thank you.
Nice. I've never had Arby's either.
Well, you don't eat meat. They have the meats. It doesn't seem like the restaurant for you.
Never been to Arby's.
It does not seem like the restaurant for you. Their whole motto is, we have the meats. Like, why would you go to a restaurant that's like, we have the meats?
I wouldn't.
The curly fries are rad, but...
Oh, I've eaten those from Ralph's.
Not quite the same.
Okay. Well, maybe... No, I'm not going to Arby's. Dude.
Unfortunately, the Arby's that was around the corner from here is no longer an Arby's, so...
They shut a lot down.
They did. The pandemic was not so great for a lot of places.
I know. Pandemic was great for me, though.
Besides the jail.
I think jail would have been worse if it wasn't the pandemic.
Fair. That is a very valid point. Like, I'd still be in there right now.
Yeah.
Like, I would not have an adult career because I would be in jail.
I would have been scared. I don't know. The pandemic, I feel like the pandemic gave everybody the confidence and boost to do whatever they wanted to do. Like, I made more money during the pandemic than I made before. Like,
well, yeah, 178,000 is a good fucking payday.
hey, allegedly.
No, there's court records. There's court records on that. That's not allegedly.
I do not recall. I don't know the legal terms. My attorney said anytime they ask you a question that you think could sound funny, just say you don't recall it. And when you say you don't recall, it doesn't mean you're lying. You're saying you don't recall what I
don't remember
you to say.
Right. I don't remember. Yes.
So I'd be like, I do not recall it. But pleading the fifth is just the same as saying that I did it.
In the eyes of a jury, yes.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't remember.
Well, yeah. Well, pleading the fifth is like, oh, I committed a crime. I'm just not giving you the specific details of said crime.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, I know that the jury did not want to convict me.
But they did.
Because of technicalities.
I mean, they still made the choice.
They were like, answer the question. Were you the person that the car was sold to? And I said, no. Did you take the car? After it was given to me? No. Did you take it? No. Did you receive it? Yes. Okay, convicted. I'm like, what? What? Like, just because I received... Dude drove it off the lot for me. Like, you can't say that I had all fault in that. Like, he gave it to me.
Under false pretenses.
Under real tits, though.
Without a doubt, but still under false pretenses.
It's messed up.
A little bit.
So messed up.
So before you were like out here doing GTA, what the fuck were you doing with yourself?
It's so funny because I actually do have a GTA on my back.
Yeah, that's Grand Theft Auto. Yes, I'm...
When I saw my rap sheet, I thought it was the funniest thing ever. My mom, when I was on house arrest, like, we all went out as a family to the mall and stuff, and I would wear my sweatpants with, like, over my ankle monitor. My brother's such an asshole. He's not an asshole. He's a great guy, but at the time, they did not tell me, like, your ankle monitor popped out. They would just, like, laugh. And we would walk into stores, and people were, like, giving me so much respect. And they were like, oh, excuse me. And I was like, everyone's acting like they're afraid of me. Oh, they think I'm a hard criminal because I have an ankle monitor on. Walking with a guy who's 6'5" behind me. Yeah. But whatever. I'm not a hardened criminal. I'm just like just a girl who got caught up. Like,
shit happens.
I got caught.
Shit happens. I ain't judging you for it.
Thanks. They judged me. There was a fucking panel of people judging me.
Yeah, I mean, that's their job. That's literally.
But was it?
Yeah, that's what they got called in to do. They got in. A jury got called in. They got selected. It was literally what they were there to do.
Oh.
Literally what they were there to do.
No, honestly, that situation taught me a lot. It taught me, like, listen, sometimes people get lucky. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I did one thing one time, and the first time I did anything illegal, I got caught. That was my sign. It was my sign to, like, research what are the things that I can do that are still fun and lit, but are legal. And that's where I'm like, adult industry was, like, totally for me. I was like, I can do wild shit and, like, get paid for it, and it's all legal. I am so safe in this industry. Like, everybody's tested. There's procedures and protocols in place to make sure that it's a very professional, wild, lit life. Like, so I was like, yeah, this is definitely for me. I want to drive crazy exotic cars. I'm going to be booked on set with one day. Like, I can do all of these things within, like, legal limits, and, you know, and I don't have to, like, risk everything anymore. So it took me, like, some years, but got my record cleaned up, you know, did my probation, wrote all my letters and all that stuff. Haven't even had a ticket. I haven't had, like, anything go wrong, you know? I've been, like, clean as a whistle.
You're a vegan. You've had things go wrong. You haven't had chicken wings.
Oh, yeah. The lack of chicken wings.
I'm never going to let that slide.
No, you know, it's cool. Like, They didn't break in jail. I didn't eat hot dogs.
Yeah, hot dogs, depending on the hot dogs are shitty.
You know, I didn't even get lucky with one of those awesome COs you hear about. You know, they like.
Were you trying to get laid in jail?
I was trying to get some food smuggled in.
Oh,
phone
okay.
or something. That's
I
not
thought you were
real.
like, when you said lucky, I'm like, oh shit, you're trying.
I mean, maybe. Dude, you want to hear something crazy?
Always.
So I called my mom from the jail phone and I was like, Ma, there is a freaking cholo in my cell. She was like, a cholo? And I was like, can you call and complain? She was like, there's no jail complaint hotline. And I was like, Mom, there's a whole dude in my cell. Like, and he was skinhead, you know, high socks, like, you know, this was a cholo. She's like, that can't be real. And I said, it's COVID. I don't know what they're doing in here. So finally, I find out that it was a transgender person. And I was like, holy cow. Holy cow. I'm the luckiest person ever. I get a whole penis in my cell because you were born a woman. That was a very fun time in jail.
Oh, you were getting it on in jail?
Yes. But it was like during COVID, that was one of those things where they didn't know what to do. It was like you were born female, so we're putting you into the female prisons. And it's like he should have been in the male prisons. Just because he was born a female doesn't mean that he's a female anymore. So we had a dude in my block that was happy to take care of everybody. It was great. And you get tested when you get there.
Right.
It's very clean. You they do a blood test, they swab you, they do urine tests, they make sure you don't have any diseases, you're not sick with anything. So everybody in jail is completely clean and tested.
So how many times do you get laid in jail?
I don't know.
You lost count?
I don't know. Allegedly, I might have allegedly done some things. I don't know. Are you allowed to? Why would they put somebody with a penis in my cell if I wasn't allowed to do anything?
I don't know. Do I look like a prison official?
No, but like you seem to know a lot of facts about chicken wings, so you might have known about.
Yeah, my knowledge of chicken wings definitely brings me to the inner workings of the California penal system.
Yes.
That is how that works.
Yeah.
Like chicken wings, prison, boom. That is the full circumference of my knowledge. I don't know shit else.
You might know a few other things, but I know you probably for sure know the answer to that.
About chicken wings?
I don't know. I had tequila.
You did?
I don't know.
Don't know?
No.
I don't think they're going to throw you back in for getting laid in jail.
I probably would have gotten time added on though.
If they caught you?
Maybe, but they don't. That's the thing is they don't tell you those rules though. Like when they put you in your cell and they give you your cellies, you know what they yell? When they put a new girl in, they go, don't start any shit. Don't make me come back here. You're all gonna be fucking sorry. And then if anybody starts fighting, they'll open the cell and throw a bucket of water on everyone, wet everybody, and then slam the door back.
Sounds properly lazy.
Right. So it's like we never had any problems in my cell because I'm like, you are being fucking crazy. You sleep on the floor tonight. And you stop talking and you sit over there and you sit over there. And I had to organize everybody. We had peace and harmony in my cell.
With your trans cellie, did you make the first move or did he?
Me. I was curious. I was just like, how did you get over here? Like, you're obviously a male. So how are you here? Like, he peed standing up. I was like, how are you here? And he told me, he's like, I was born a female, but, you know, just the way that the system works, my driver's license still says female, even though I'm a male. And I'm like, but when they check us in and they do your cough test and everything, they make you spread eagle and you have to put your hands on the wall, bend over and cough and open up and all this stuff. I'm like, they didn't put you in the men's prison? No, because my driver's license says I'm female.
So how long did it take y'all to hook up? Allegedly.
We might have allegedly waited for like 2 days.
That's some restraint.
It might have possibly been shower day. We might have maybe both showered at the same time.
And you're
Possibly.
like, saw what they're working with. You're like, all right.
I might have possibly been like, wow, if that's what doctors can make, haha, bring it on.
How is that science, Dick?
It was awesome. It works the same. It works the same.
Well, good on you.
Yeah. It's yeah, that's why it's like, yeah, it's awesome.
Were they able to pop?
No, I don't think so.
Well, then it doesn't quite work the same.
It worked the same on my end.
You're like, I don't care if you get off.
I mean, I cared, but it was like it worked the same on my side. So I was like, this is lit.
Wait, and you don't enjoy, feeling the completion?
I do, but like when you've been in there and you haven't gotten any, it's like, I'm good now. You're good? No, you're not. Okay, well, we have to go. So time to go.
How often do you enjoy banging in real life? Like, how long is a drought for you?
Okay, so that's a very interesting thing. Being an adult performer.
Oh, no, I'm not in real life. I'm talking offset.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like being an adult performer, it definitely affects your real life. A lot.
For sure.
So I have a lot less personal activity now.
Does that bum you out?
Yeah. It bums me out sometimes, but it's like, it's a good trade-off. It's a good trade-off. Like, my boyfriend, he's a performer. And so it's like, he's on set or like, and he's booked a lot. He's booked like 4 or 5 times a week. He's busy, busy, busy. So it's like days before he has to go to do a shoot or something, we can't have certain activity, or if I have a shoot, or like I did a 3-day stretch, which was kind of difficult for me. Like I had to do 3 scenes back to back to back, 3 different days, really long days. Day 4, don't touch me. I couldn't even walk. I had to have him I was like, can you bring me something to eat, please? DoorDash with my friend, because I was like, so like at home, it was like I wasn't able to do it because like I was blown out, like totally blown. I was like, pew. But then, just at home, it's like we get to those moments where it's like, okay, now I want to do it. Because at the end of the day, we're like really freaky, but
if you're able and like work wasn't getting in the way, how long is too long for you to wait?
More than a day. I like to do it every day, a few times a day. Like if I, like in a perfect world, before I entered the adult industry, I was doing like the OF and everything. And mainly because I was like, I just want to do it all day, all the time. Like I want to pull over. I love giving road head. I love like every aspect of it. Like if we're at the park, I want to pull over at the park.
I thought you weren't committing crimes anymore.
Is that illegal?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I might allegedly have done that. I don't know if I did or didn't, but
I feel like you're a career criminal. You're just like public sex.
I think I'm just a free spirit, and like the laws get in the way of that sometimes.
They do. They very much do.
Yeah, allegedly.
No, the laws definitely they definitely do.
I'm like, yeah, I love, possibly doing things in jet suite, jets. Like I just like doing it all the time. Like if we could buy out a movie theater and just like,
I mean, you can.
Yeah, but they have cameras in the theaters now because of the Joker dude, like blasting everybody. Like that was sad. Rest in peace to those people. But
what are you afraid of being caught on camera for?
Well, because then I would go to jail.
Assuming some minimum wage employee wants to do shit about it.
Yeah.
Like those cameras are there to stop people from shooting up the place, not stop people from hand stuff.
They got Pee Wee Herman.
Like 40 years ago.
I know.
30 years ago.
Oh, so you think like now they'd be like...
I feel like they don't give enough of a fuck. If I was making barely minimum wage, I'm not about to be like, hey, those 2 people are fucking in the theater that they rented out.
Mm-hmm.
As long as y'all didn't make a mess for me. Like if,
Yeah, no, I would...
If there was a ropey load that I had to go fucking sweep up, like working in a mainstream theater, be like, all right, now we got a problem.
Dude, I would have did what I did. My first scene that I ever did, I messed up really bad.
How so?
Because I was like really into it. So I like to just take in everything, like everything. So like I was like I swallowed. You're not supposed to do that, but I wanted to really bad. I was like, give it to me, all of it. Then I swallowed it, and they were like, you swallowed it. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, fuck, like how I can't do it again. I was like,
Cetaphil it is.
I was like, well, so, but I know how to like make so I was like, and then I got some out so we could do like the pop shot photos and stuff. But I was like, but I swallowed it. I'm happy that I swallowed it, but I was not supposed to do that.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
Yummy. Whoopsie. It was a happy day for me. So I would definitely do that in the movie theater. It would be no mess.
Well, then what's stopping you?
I like you, my boyfriend given or whoever it is would have to sit on a towel. You always have to sit on a towel because it gets really crazy. Like it's messy. So, but the actual juice I'm going to swallow it every single time if I can. If it's not like going all over my face, it's going in my throat. Hence the tattoo. Damn, you gave me tequila.
I did. I did.
Yeah.
You poured yourself tequila.
I know.
That's why it's a self-service show. What tattoo, by the way?
I have a smiley face right here.
So she does.
Yeah, because it's really happy when you make your way down there and then you shoot your kids. I'm like, my tummy is the best babysitter ever. It is.
That should be on a t-shirt somewhere.
My tummy loves the kids.
That definitely needs to be on a shirt. My tummy is the best.
It is.
It's so fucking ridiculous.
Is it?
It's pretty fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
It is. So did you meet your dude because he's a performer like once you were actually in, or?
No, I'm naturally just like a really liberal, I guess. I don't know. Like a lot of my best friends, like Misty Stone and Slim Poke, Anna Fox, just to name a few people, we were friends for well over 10 years, probably like 15 years at this point. The first few years of our friendships, I did not know that they were performers.
What did you think Misty did?
I didn't care. She was awesome. She was an awesome person, had the best personality. She was fun, freaky. All my friends were just fun and freaky. I used to hang out, Raven Bay, rest in peace. She was my best friend. Me and her, Raven Bay, lived together too. Anya Ivy, she's retired. She's still kicking, but she retired. We were all just hanging out and turning up and doing really freaky things all the time. And then years later, everyone's like, oh, let's go to this heaven and hell party. And I was like, okay, I'll go. And they're like, we have to wear angel wings or this or that. And I was like, this is a really intense party that you guys are taking me to.
What year was this?
Probably like 2018 or 2019, something like that. And so I was just like, okay, let's go. So we go to the Hustler store, buy our little angel wings and devil wings and stuff. And we go to this party. And I was like, dude, there's a lot of porn stars here. Like, and I was like, who's throwing this party? And they're like, this is a porn event. I was like, how the fuck are you guys invited? They're like, we do porn. And I was like, no fucking way. And they were like, you didn't know? And so I'm like, no. So that's how I discovered that all my best friends was in the adult industry.
How'd you meet these people not knowing that they were in the industry?
I lived in the building that all the stars lived in. So, and I used to just go down to the hot tub and I would make friends in the gym and in the hot tub. I lived in Studio City, which is the hub for most performers. Studio City, Woodland Hills, that's North Hollywood. That's where a lot of stuff goes down. So, just living there, I was like, all my friends that would meet at the gym or at the hot tub or at the grocery store, and I talked to everybody. I was like, oh, you're cool. Yeah, let's hang out again. Do you want to smoke? Do you want to go have a drink? Oh, there's a party tonight. Let's go. Let's do this. And so we were all just hanging out and we all just had so much free time. So
Well, because you were doing mainstream stuff at that point, right?
No, I wasn't doing mainstream stuff. I had famous boyfriends that took care of me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought you did mainstream acting and shit like that too.
Well, I did. I did mainstream. I did some films. I was in Straight Outta Compton. I did Jane the Virgin, Lucifer. I did a lot of mainstream modeling. I was in the Daughter Hustles trilogy movie series. I've done some Showtime stuff. Model for Harley Davidson, David's Bridal, D Squared, Ed Hardy, Forever 21. I'm a catalog model for Forever 21. But I did all of these mainstream things. So I was very clean in my public career. I made money, but my NBA boyfriend, he paid my whole life. And then when me and that boyfriend broke up, I ended up dating a popular rapper who also afforded my life. And, so these were real relationships that I had. And we lived together. I lived with my boyfriends, but they also gave me an allowance and paid all my bills. And then after we broke up, they still took care of me until I was able to sustain myself. But I was always okay, I had I just genuinely cared about who the person was and not what they have to offer. And then my building I lived in, there was a lot of athletes that lived there too. So most of the time it was just oh my gosh, I didn't know I was dating somebody who plays for the Sixers until the season starts. And I'm like, why do you have to go to South Dakota? Or why do you have to go here? Why do you have to go there? And it's
what do you think they did?
I don't know. He was tall and hot and had a big schlong. And I was
you didn't find out about the big schlong immediately, I'm assuming.
No, I find out immediately. I can listen, I have a radar. I can look at you and tell you how big you are.
Okay. How big's my dick?
I don't think I should say.
Oh, wow. I think you should. Oh, I'm not ashamed. I'd talk about.
You're a girthy guy.
I am not.
Are you a long guy?
It's average. It's just fucking average.
It's awesome.
I've never had any complaints, so whatevs.
Yeah.
Also, another reason why I should not be doing porn. I don't have a porn dick.
Porn dick is subjective. I'm going to be really honest.
Okay. So the American average is 5.75. The average in porn is 7. I have an average for the real world.
I don't know.
It's just what it is. I had no control over this. It's not I picked it from the shop and yeah, I want that dick.
Okay. So honestly, I had this one boyfriend who had the boyfriend before my current boyfriend. He was really small. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go again. He's going to call my mom and complain. He calls my mom and complains anytime I talk about him. I'm going to call the police and I'm going to report her because I talk about him. He's very sensitive. Anyways.
Well, obviously. It's little dick energy for sure.
Yeah, small and skinny, right? I took all of our content off of my OF.
Oh no, he performed with you with a little dick?
Only a few times, but so it was, more on the narrower side, and it was probably 6 or so, maybe. I can show you a video later if you want. But
well, 6 inches isn't a small dick.
No, but I'm saying it was not girthy. It wasn't. Okay. So, anyways, he was somebody that I would lay on the floor in the closet and be put it in my ass.
Okay.
I loved it. My boyfriend now, I would scream and run if he tried to put it in my ass. No way. So it's just there's different ways to enjoy every size, and whatever size you have, I'm going to want one thing or I'm going to want another thing.
For sure. I'm not ashamed about the size of my penis because I've never had any complaints. Sometimes I've gotten in my own head for fucking failing, but because that fucking happens too. But,
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if the girl is really sexually secure, she can enjoy any size. I accept a micro penis. I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah. If it's your clit's bigger than my dick, there's a problem.
Yeah, that's really bad. But I don't care about the size. I've never been a size queen. I've slept with a guy ooh, I want to say his name so bad, but he knows who he is. I think
His name doesn't matter. Like,
he plays basketball too, but
that's gotta be depressing to be like a fucking basketball player with a tiny dick.
no, it's big.
Oh, it's the other way.
So look, I can fit my fingers around my wrist like this, right, and touch it, right. And given I know I'm skinny, but like I'm still a grown woman,
right? So
it's like I can fit it. His dick, like I cannot even close my fingers around it. And it's like maybe like this. It's like and then I laid it on my arm. Sorry, I'm amazed remembering it. I laid it on my arm and it went from here to here. I took it like a champ on all fours on the bathroom floor with the steamy shower. Yes. Multiple times. We've done it in multiple settings. He gets tired. He's just like, you can really take it. And I'm like, yes, give it to me.
All the blood's down there. Like half the blood has left his body.
And he's really tall. He's big and he's really strong. And he's all
You fucking Shaq?
No.
Get around. I'm fucking around.
I don't think never mind. I shouldn't speak on his size, but I wouldn't take him to be a sizey guy. I don't think he's
a very large human being. So
he's a large human being, but I don't know about his
proportionally, he should be above average.
I don't think so.
All right.
But I would love for him to prove me wrong.
Oh, you're just gonna neg Shaq to try to see his dick?
You know who's I want to see?
Who?
50 Cent.
Have you tried to DM slide him?
Yeah, but like he doesn't write me back.
How many times have you DM slid 50?
Probably like 3 times.
Over the course of how long?
Probably like a year.
All right.
I want somebody who knows him to tell him to, like, I don't think he's going to answer a DM because he's a troll, so he's going to think someone's trolling him. I don't think that DMing him is going to get him. Like, I want someone to give him, like, if you have my phone number and you know 50 Cent, just give it to him. You have my full permission. Give him my phone number. I want him to call me. I want him. And it's...
Well, how about this? Why don't you do it Hollywood styles? Find out who his representation is. Set up a meeting through his reps with him.
I mean, that's actually a really smart idea. Because I'm just like, listen, dude, like, I'm not even saying like he has to pay me like that. Like...
I mean, in this situation, the way it's sounding like, it sounds like you should be paying him.
I'm not paying him at all.
Why not?
If anyone's getting paid, it'd be me, but...
Why not? Well, you're not into equal opportunity? Like,
no, because this is my profession, not his.
Hey, he has the supply. You're the one who has the demand.
Yeah. So just like, let me service you.
Yeah.
That's it. I want 50 Cent. Like, and it's not even because he's the hottest thing ever. It's just because he's like the king troll, and I just want like that energy inside of me.
You just want that troll energy.
I want the troll energy inside of me. I do. And he's like, he talks so much trash, and he's just like, and he's so confident when he talks trash, and he doesn't care in his job.
Yeah, he's been shot 9 times. Like, of course he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. And I want to play with his bullet holes and like, Betty, yes.
You want to play? What the fuck?
Yeah. Like I want to sit like squat over his bullet holes and leave little like creamy dots on them. I want to play with him and lick inside of his bullet holes. I want to like, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're just scars now. They're not holes anymore.
But I can pretend.
You can shoot him again too.
No, I don't want to do that. It's 50 Cent. And then so I don't know if he writes all of his shows, but his mind is brilliant. Like he can he's like, I'm totally sapiosexual. Like I'm connected mentally. When it comes to like the adult industry too, it's really awesome for me as a person because I'm very sapio. Like I don't care what you look like. I really don't. I don't care. I find something beautiful about everybody. Something is super sexy about everyone. You can't tell me that there's one person on the planet that there's not something super sexy about them. You can't.
I could.
Okay. Well, we can play that game too if you want.
We can start pulling up some ugly motherfuckers.
And I will find something that would make me want to fuck them.
Yeah, but just because you want to fuck them doesn't mean they're a high priority to fuck. Like, You know, there's a whole list of people that you could want to fuck. Doesn't mean they're like, yeah, they're bumping them to the number one spot. They're gonna bump Fiddy out of the way, or your boyfriend, or
Fiddy. Nobody's gonna bump my boyfriend out of the way as of right now. I could say that 50 Cent. I would definitely catch a flight for him though.
how long of a flight is the question?
I'd fly to France for him.
Uh,
Maybe Australia too. That's like a 17-hour flight. I'd do that.
you been to Australia?
Allegedly. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I have. I'm just kidding.
Are you committing international crimes? What is happening? Why is that alleged?
No. It was cool. No, I used to date this boxer. Love him to death. We're still good friends. I don't know if I should. I'm not going to say his name, but he's down there. He still loves me.
Why did it not work out with all these professional athletes?
It did. So with him, he lives in Australia, and I'm not moving to Australia. So when he comes here, we're together. We hang out. We're whatever. If I'm in a relationship with somebody, we hang out as friends, and we don't do the hanky-panky unless it's approved by my partner.
Is your partner cool with that?
Well, he hasn't been here since I've been with my boyfriend, so.
Yeah, but have you run it by your boyfriend like, yo, this dude runs into town?
No, I haven't.
Are you going to?
Maybe. I mean, if the opportunity presents itself, I always think that it's good to ask questions instead of just.
Well, yeah, but I feel like it's good to ask questions ahead of time, not just like, by the way, this dick that I used to bang a lot is flying in. Like, now we cool? I'm gonna, you know.
Yeah, I mean, just to be honest, like if I were my boyfriend now, like I desire him so much that I prefer him over everyone. That's why I'm dating him.
Good.
But
fucking good.
You know, but it's like if it was like a situation where it was like something like that, I don't know. And if I felt a desire to do it, I would ask first. I would never like sneak.
Well, yeah, no, like violations of trust are like the problem.
Yeah.
The physical act isn't what hurts. It's the violation of trust that hurts.
Right. But like me having the actual desire to hook up with an ex, it's like I don't even like shooting content with my exes for like OF. Like I.
Well, yeah, but that's I understand that.
Yeah.
But with all these athletes, like some of them are still around. Like, why didn't it work out?
So the first guy that I dated who played for the Lakers and then the Rockets, he proposed to me. And I didn't want to because he had a lot of children with a lot of different women. And when he proposed to me back then, it became very real. Like I would be the stepmother of all these kids. And after you're done playing basketball, if you run out of money, I'm responsible as your wife to help with your child support. And then, like all the legalities and technicalities started hitting me. And I was like, I can't marry you. And then after denying a proposal, I didn't feel like it was right to continue a relationship. I was like, let's just be cool. Because what's the point in this relationship if we're not going to move forward? And it didn't seem like that at first. It just felt like I was in love with my boyfriend. But then when the reality hit of like, oh, damn, I'm going to marry this guy and be responsible for like a school bus. And I was like, no, thanks. The next athlete, he went a little crazy.
In what way?
Like mentally.
Well, obviously mentally, but like.
He decided that he didn't want to play anymore and he wanted to pursue music and then he wanted to like open up all the like he just started doing off the rocker stuff and I was just not down to be on the psycho train. Like so I kind of like kept my distance and yeah, it was just like and then the rapper that I dated we were like super in love. Well, one of the rappers I dated, like super in love. And we were like inseparable, but he was my introduction to being a popular rapper's girlfriend and that lifestyle. So that first relationship taught me what that was. And I was like, okay, I messed it up. Now I'm at a point where I can like deal with it. But at the time I was like, no, you have to only be with me.
How did you mess it up?
Because I didn't know my place. I felt like I should be the only girl in the world. I felt like at that time I had this like feeling of love is like your partner only wants to sleep with you and your partner only desires you and that they'll be faithful. But I had to come to the realization that men are not, I can't call every man a dog, right? Or an asshole because they want to put their dick in everything. Like I have to come to the realization of like, hey, sometimes they're going to want to do this and it doesn't mean that they like you any less. They come home to you, they take care of you, and just be happy with that. I was expecting this undeniable loyalty from my partners and that I wasn't getting. And so at the time, if I would have had that understanding, I wouldn't have been as crazy. I would have been happy with the fact that he gave me, like, he would go out for the night and he'd be like, oh, I'm in the studio. He'd leave at, 7:00 at night and he would leave me the Maybach to drive and leave me like $3,000 for me and my friends to go out to buy new dresses and go to dinner and go to the club and buy our own section. He would give me cash and a Maybach to drive. He would give me a driver if I needed. He always had security for me and my friends. He would buy me and all my friends new shoes. We didn't have to do anything. Groceries, all my bills are paid. At that point, the man is allowed to bang a stripper on occasion if that's what he wants to do without being like chastised so much.
I mean, if that's the rules of y'all's relationship.
That wasn't the rules of our relationship.
Well, then it's a problem. It doesn't matter.
It was a problem for me.
It doesn't matter if he's dropping fucking cash like that. Like if he's going outside the rules of your relationship, it's fucked.
I've learned in this industry that the biggest thing that stops women, or at least in my experiences, from being happy in relationships is that we want a fairy tale. We want a man that only wants us. And it's just like at our age, for a man to only be with one person for the rest of his life, that would be really awesome, but that's just not realistic. So you can either be by yourself your whole life or just deal with the fact that your boyfriend's going to be with other people.
Right. But it should still be a fucking discussion. Like there's a difference between I'm going to tell you you're the only person I'm banging and go fuck someone else versus, hey, these are the ground rules. I'm going to fuck other people. You're going to fuck other people. Whatever the rules are, whatever you two both consent to. It's the violation of trust.
Right.
If he is fucking telling you, it doesn't matter how much money he's laying down, how much. I mean, I'm talking as a dude who has never laid down that kind of money. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter how much he's laying down, how much he's providing, if he's going outside of the established rules of the relationship.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
what
lying.
do you think about, but then what about when, because no girl is going to just be like, yeah, you could bang other chicks. What about when the guy says, this is what I'm doing. This is not up for discussion. I'm doing this and you're going to deal with it.
Then you have to decide if your self-respect and your self-esteem is worth fucking still being there.
Do you think that those type of actions from a man can create insecurities in a woman, or do you think?
For sure. I mean, nobody wants to hear, hey, this person I'm in fucking love with is like, I'm gonna go fuck somebody else. Like, no one wants to like have it thrown in their fucking face.
Right.
Unless they're cocks and they're into that.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's what I learned is like, I wasn't that way. I'm like a lover girl. I get attached to like my one partner, my one person. I knew I could have cheated all the time. Like, come on. Like,
I'm sure you had options.
I had so many options. Like, the options that I had, but it's like, I don't partake because I don't want to. I'm like mentally connected to somebody. So like, and that's why like adult performing works for me, because you can trust me as your girlfriend to go on set. Cause without a doubt, I don't give two shits about this. Like, I care about the other performer as a person, but I'm not trying to date them. Like if I'm hanging out with them on set, it's because I'm just trying to build like a mental bond so that we can not be awkward. But I don't care I'm not leaving you for this guy. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, he's bigger than you or he can last longer than you. I don't think like that.
Well, and if you do things like that, that's his problem.
Right. So, and then it works on my side too. So like for me, like my boyfriend now, he's AVN award-winning performer. He's won like 4, I think, or 5, something like that. So he's been in it for a while. He works a lot. And, he's the first person that I dated that accepted me being with other people. Now, that had to happen for me to have a healthy relationship, because if I was the only one being monogamous, but he was with other people, that would like crush my self-esteem. Like it would kill me. Like that hurts a lot. But the only way that I can swallow it and deal with it is like I'm also performing. So mentally, I can understand what goes on set. So when he goes to work, I'm like, oh, are you hungry? Don't forget your smoothie. When he gets home, I cook him dinner, or if he wants it, or we go out to eat or go have drinks after he's done, stuff like that. Or sometimes he wants to go have drinks by himself. And I'm like, okay, I get the mental space that he's in. So when he goes to work, it's not a problem. I can still see it as he's going to work. And then he's also able to see, like, I'm going to work.
Exactly.
It's like a normal, like, work relationship. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just going to work.
Y'all have established rules.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's going on. As I keep hammering fucking home, the violation of trust is what hurts. Like,
yeah.
You have fucked other people before him. You will fuck other people after him.
Yeah.
It's the violation of trust that hurts. Like, who gives a fuck about the actual physical act of sex?
Yeah. Like, and I had to really sit down with myself one day and say, wow, it takes a very strong man to be with me. Like a very strong man to be with me, because like I thought that I had to be strong to be with these guys. Like, no, you got to be strong to be with me, because you have to know that there's like millionaires, billionaires that want me, that can pay for my time or, book me somewhere. There's people that can control my activities per se by appealing to me in a way that I need them to appeal to me. So for a man to date me, you have to be secure in knowing that I'm going to be with men that's richer than you, that buy me more things, that can do better things for me. But just know that I'm with you because I care about you, and none of that stuff matters.
For sure. And
then I have to be secure with like, okay, you're with all of these like award-winning women like that can do tricks and things that I don't know how to do. But to me, I don't feel jealousy from it. I feel like I don't compete where I don't compare. If I can't do certain things, or I'm not an Asian woman with a BBL. Unfortunately, I can never be an Asian woman with a BBL. And if he wants to do that, and that's like a thing in his head that he's attracted to, and he gets it off on set, kudos.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. All about trust. Like,
yeah.
At the point where you couldn't trust your partner, you need to be out.
Mm-hmm.
If you've done things to violate their trust, they should be out.
Yeah.
If we're together and like we trust each other, be fucking together. Like,
yeah,
it's really that fucking simple.
Yeah.
But people get in their fucking head. People are afraid to be alone. People put up with shit that they shouldn't because they're just afraid to be fucking alone, and it's a problem.
Yeah, but you have to just have like open dialogue, but
people are afraid to have that dialogue.
And it's a give and take. It really is. It's like in a perfect world, I'm sure that my boyfriend would love for me to not be a performer. I'm sure he would love for me to be at home, working on a computer.
Has he ever expressed that to you?
No, but I can. There's like a natural feeling, like when you know that your person, like when you know you have somebody that's like super awesome and super like the best that you feel that you've ever had, and then you know that somebody else is gonna partake in that. It's like I guess it hits a little different when it's not as often. Like I'm not booked as much.
Well, but also like I don't know. Were you a performer when you met him?
No.
Okay, so you got in after. But you were doing OF work, and like, so you weren't a studio performer.
I wasn't a studio performer, but I did OF only with my boyfriends.
But okay, you were still out there.
Out there monogamously though. Each time there was on my OF. There's only 3 men on there, and I'd had it for about 8 years. I was on there, or 6 years, I think. I was on there, and I was just with one guy, then by myself, and then with another guy, then by myself, and then with another guy. It was never me with collaborating. I didn't do the collaborations. I didn't do any of that.
You were still a sex worker, like completely hypocritical to be like, yo, this is what you were doing when I met you. I want you to fucking change your life because of my insecurity.
Yeah, and that's the reason I wanted to be with him, is because he never came at me that way.
Right. So you're just projecting that he'd want you to be something else.
Yeah, like I feel that. I feel it. Probably it could be like a mental fantasy that I have, but I feel it. And I think it's just like a protection, but he's never ever told me no. Like as soon as I told him, I was like, I want to become a mainstream adult performer. He said, "Okay, let's do it. I'll help you." And he made sure that I really wanted to do it. He had a lot of conversations with me like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" He told me the entire ugly side of it. He told me all the bad stuff. He told me everything that would make you run for the hills. And then
Good on him.
yeah, then I decided, you know what? I still want to do it. And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "All right." So after that, I end up getting some motion on my own. I got booked on my own. I had a 3-scene deal. When I got that deal, I was really excited about it. I told him about it. He made sure he did all the checks and balances for me. He made sure that I was being treated well. I was getting paid properly. He made sure the whole testing. He taught me everything that I needed to know. After I did that, then I was like, okay, now all these agencies are hitting me up. Like, what do I do? And he's like, okay, let's get you in over here. So then he introduced me to my agent and, helped me get signed with my agent. Now, I had several agencies trying to sign with me, but when you don't know anybody, it's like, who do I go with? What do I do? And all these agencies want to sign me. And I'm like, do they want to sign everybody? Is just like a thing? Like, do the agencies just sign everyone? And he's like,
do not.
They're like, no. And I'm like, look, all these people are messaging me and then he's just like, what? So then when I met my agent now, he's like, let's get you on the radar and on the roster and let's get you signed up. I did my interviews with them and everything, the photo shoots and, signed my contracts. And he really walked me through it. But what he did do was make sure that it was something that I wanted to do on my own. As soon as I said, yeah, I want to do it, he didn't just jump and say, oh yeah, let's get you this and do it. No, he made me sit and ask and ask and ask and ask and ask and ask over and over again.
So he's doing the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah. He's totally super supportive. And he was very open about the whole thing. And he let me know performers that I needed to watch out for, things that I needed to not do. I got offered some scenes. One scene I got offered was they wanted to pay me $3,500 for it, which is unheard of. He didn't.
That's a lot.
He didn't believe me, and then until I told him who wanted to book me, and he was like, "Oh, of course he would pay you that because nobody will shoot with him." He's like, "If you do this, I'll tell you off."
Yeah. That is not tea for the internet.
Yeah, not for the internet. But he's like, if you do this shoot, nobody else is going to book you. And I was like, really?
Yeah, now I really want to know if I ever fuck.
Yeah. And I was like, I went through this phase where I was like, I don't think you support me. You don't want me. That's a lot of money. And there's other performers that I was friends with that were like, take it. And I was like, well, he said no. And I'm so happy that I listened to his guidance because now that I'm in the industry, I'm like, oh, that would have been really bad if I would have did that. $3,500 would have been great, but that would have been my last booking probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely the minute who the fuck?
Yeah, so
I'm really curious now.
Yeah, so it was I went through those moments and then just me realizing he's on my side, he cares. So I'm like, I have a good partner. I have a great agent. I have my do's and don'ts that I will and will not do. I just got another booking today where they're going to be flying me out to Vegas for it, so I know I'm open to traveling. I know, there's a lot of different things I'm willing to do, but it was the trust part just had to be super strong for me. And I think I got really lucky.
Hell yeah. And that's awesome that you have a partner who's willing to help steer you in this shit because so many people get into this and have no good guidance. And if they fall in with the wrong people, shit goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Shit goes fucking wrong. And I've watched some really promising careers just like fucking just down the fucking drain, fell in with the wrong people who steered them the wrong fucking way.
Yeah, and it's like I had to learn that every booking, it's not a booking you should take. And it's not because they're bad companies. It's just like, what direction do you want to go in? Where do you want to be? Like, I want to be a Brazzers girl. I want to shoot with adult time. I want to, like, that's what I want to be. Like, that's where I want to land. So any jobs that I do, anything that I take, it's like, would Brazzers be associated with this? Would adult time be associated with that? If they wouldn't, that's not a job for me because I know where I want to land.
You want to eventually be a contract star for one of those companies, or?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I would love to be a contract star. I know that they're changing a lot with their production, how things go, and those type of things are going to be, lesser and lesser and lesser as time goes on. But it's still a goal. It's still something that I want. I've always looked up to Brazzers. I know, right? It's like Miss America moment, which I was a Miss America pageant girl, but
how far did you get?
I won Miss California.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I was I represented Baldwin Hills, Palm Springs, California, and Inland Empire.
Those are 3 very different places.
4, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Pageant girl. But yeah, like I know those girls are like, oh my God, stop talking about us like that. Yeah, whatever. Like I got out as fast as I could because I was like, it's for somebody, not for me. I don't like the fake, the phony. I don't like that. I was good at it, but it's just like, why? When I can do mainstream acting instead of pretending in front of all you people,
Oh, there it is. There it is.
It's like you're scooping, so I decide. I know. But yeah, like, I feel like everything that I do needs to like line up with where I want to be. And I like Brazzers, my best friend Taylor, she I called her Taylor. Her real name was Tyler, but her performer name is Raven Bay. My bad. She liked to be called Taylor because her mom named her Tyler and she felt like it was a boy name. So she changed her own name to have a nickname of Taylor. But anyways, so Raven Bay, she performed with Brazzers, and that was the only set that she went on where she felt completely comfortable. She used to ask me, can you please come to work with me? They gossip about me. They talk about me. They're mean to me. They're blah, blah, blah. Can you be there with me? Whenever she worked with Brazzers, though, she felt so comfortable. She felt loved. She felt at home, at ease. They were very professional. No one was whispering about her. They were very supportive. When she was having a bad day, like they just took such good care of her. And I was like, wow, if I ever work for a company, I want to work for Brazzers. It's not to speak ill on any other company. It's just that company in particular. I know from Raven that they did so much for her and made her feel so wonderful, like going to work, that they really kept her going. Honestly, like in the industry, Brazzers really gave her hope and made her feel like a person. She was treated like a human being on set when she worked with Brazzers.
Fucking important.
Yeah. So from then I had this dream of like, I want to shoot with Brazzers. Like if I were to do it, I want to do it with Brazzers. That's the company. Like that's my goal. My best friend, made her mark there with Brazzers, and I want to join. I want to do it. I want to be on Brazzers. And then now my boyfriend he shoots with Brazzers all the time, but
why is he not getting you in?
I think he's probably tried, we don't know why I'm not booked yet, but they're going to book me. I know I'm like this close. Brazzers loves me. Like they love me. I just haven't been booked yet.
It'll happen. Don't worry. It'll happen.
It'll happen. And I know it. I know it'll happen. I'm patiently waiting. I'm maintaining love Brazzers. I post them all the time. They repost me. They follow me. I know that the company likes me. I was honored to be at their gala. I felt so cool. They had my name engraved on the wall for the seating chart. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, I'm bummed I missed the gala. I'm bummed.
It was my first gala. I've never been to one ever in my whole life. So I was like, this is so cool. And, and it just gave me like a lot of hope. Like I'm almost there. And then one of my best friends, Misty Stone, got Hall of Fame. It's crazy when I hear stories and stuff when people talk in the industry, and I'm like, that's so funny. I learned a different side of her through like industry stories versus like my knowing of her. I'm like, what? Like she's, you know what I mean? It's like I get to see both sides, and Brazzers really showed her so much love that night. Like,
oh, Misty's a little fucking legend.
Yeah, she's the Halle Berry of porn. That's, she reminds everybody, and I love that about her. But it's like, I want to be Brazzers girl.
It'll happen for you for sure.
Yeah, and I want to shoot with Adult Time. I want to shoot with, there's a lot of companies that I want to shoot with, but those two are like number one on my radar right now. Vixen is also definitely like a goal, but Vixen, they want like, I'm not saying I have low self-esteem, but they want unicorn Barbies. I don't know if I'm a unicorn Barbie. They want like, I'm not saying Brazzers and Adult Time doesn't want that. It's just Vixen is very particular. So, if I get booked with Vixen, I'm probably going to pee on myself when I get the text.
I hope you put something down before you do.
No, I'm not going to.
All on the floor?
I mean, it's going to, wherever I'm at, it's going to be pee everywhere.
Your phone's off right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I want to make sure if you got the text right now, you're not going to pee on my fucking chair.
Well, I did get a text from a number I don't know. Let me check.
Fuck my chair.
Okay, yeah, Yeah, I just peed.
God damn it.
The
amount of dudes pay so much money for to actually be in the room with you while you peed versus like me, it was just like, please don't. Please.
Oh my gosh, those used to be my favorite videos to sell.
You peeing?
Peeing, shitting.
You were selling scat?
If somebody wants to pay you $500 for a 15-second video of poop coming out of your hole, you wouldn't make the video?
I have never had to make that decision. No one has offered me that money.
Well, I was offered that, and I took it several occasions. So
well, good on you. Like, I'm not judging you for taking that money. I'm just saying personally, no one has ever made me put me in that decision. So I have never had to make it.
See,
wait, are you making an offer right now? Like,
no.
See, there's no demand for it.
See, I'm a pleaser.
$500 would please me.
I'm a pleaser. So for me, it's just like, if it's something that you want because it's going to get you off, it turns me on for some reason. Like, it doesn't matter what it is that you want.
So eating chicken wings would really get me off.
I'm not going to eat them because I know it only gets you off because you gain power over me.
I would gain no power over you.
Yeah, you would, because you would have changed a 19-year-long commitment.
No, I would have brought joy to your life.
How many other girls did you want to just watch them eat chicken wings?
I played the fifth.
See, there you go. There you go with this shit again.
With what shit?
The plead in the fifth. You see, we're almost done with the tequila.
I'm just saying, it would bring me great joy to watch you eat chicken wings. Real chicken wings. Things that gave their life for you.
Not made out of mushrooms?
Nope, gave their life for you.
No. I'm not doing it. You can't make me.
No, I can't make you, and nor would I make you. I'm not about making people do anything. That's not my jam.
Well, if you paid me enough.
What is the price on your chicken wings?
$500,000 and I'd eat a chicken wing.
That's a fucking insane price.
Yeah.
Too rich for my blood. Even if I had it, too rich for my blood.
$500,000, I'll eat a chicken wing. Cash, and I'm going to check the bills. And then I will eat a chicken wing.
$500,000 for something you used to love.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Give me $500,000, I will eat a chicken wing.
I will not. Even if I had $500,000
wings.
Even if I had $500,000 at my disposal, even if $500,000 wasn't even a drop in the bucket, there are so many better ways I could spend $500,000.
See, that means it's not that important to you.
It's not. I'm doing it for the bit.
Yeah. I'm not going to... Yeah, $500,000. Firm.
Do they have to be American dollars?
American US dollars, not Dubai money. You can't catch me with that one.
Has someone tried?
I used to work in finance. I know currency conversion like no other. Yeah.
Oh, fine. But yeah, still not doing it.
Yeah. I don't know. I wonder. So there's like a few things that I think might get offered to me. Like if there is a scene where they wanted me to eat chicken, I wouldn't actually eat it for the scene. I wouldn't even pretend. I wouldn't bite it.
Well, nor should you. Like, if you're not into it, especially I'm fucking around here, don't do it especially for a fucking scene.
Okay, but when it comes to sex, I will do it for a scene because if it's like I love adventurous stuff. Like
Yeah, but that's completely different. You haven't made a lifestyle choice about not doing a certain sexual act, right?
Right. No, I haven't.
Right. That's the difference.
Yeah. But I'm not going to eat chicken.
Would you roll around in it?
On the outside of my body, yeah. I'd roll around in chicken wings, but I'm not going to eat one. I get banged on top of a pile of hot wings, but maybe not hot wings.
Ooh.
I might get spicy in my holes.
Yeah, that sounds like a horrible plan.
Okay.
Like hot ones level of spicy in your
plain chicken wings. I would get banged down on top of a pile of don't tell PETA.
Yeah. I hate to break you. This is on the internet.
Oh well. So
they can find this themselves.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the difference between vegan, plant-based. Vegans are very strict. They won't wear leather. It's a total lifestyle choice. Plant-based is when you just don't eat meat.
And you're a full-on vegan.
No, I'm plant-based.
I heard vegan earlier.
I'm vegan so that people can understand, like, I don't go out and buy leather. I don't go out and buy fur. But if somebody gifts me like leather boots, I'm going to wear them. So
if someone gifts you chicken wings,
I'm going to give them to my boyfriend. Or to you.
I'll take them. I will happily take your wings. Please, everyone, gift her wings. I could use wings. They're fucking expensive right now.
I promise I won't eat them.
I will. Oh, I will.
Ooh, what else are you going to do with those chicken wings?
Eventually turn them into a bowel movement.
Okay, I thought you were going to turn them into oyster mushrooms, but you're not that cool, obviously.
Nope, definitely not. Nope. The only kind of mushrooms I ingest are psychedelic.
Dude, I love psychedelic mushrooms. They're like my favorite.
Same.
They're my favorite.
I'm really bummed out. So I bought this at the Porn Crush party.
Mm-hmm.
And I did what should have been...
The gummy mushroom. Can I have one?
Have it.
Oh.
I'm not sure they're going to work.
I ate some at the party.
I ate some at the party too. I ate 7 of those last night and did not trip. Legitimately, ate 7 of those last night and did not trip.
That's very mean of them.
I know. I ate 3 at the Porn Crush party and was having a pretty good time by the time I got home.
Me too. I ate probably 4 of them at the party, and then... But it could have been also the drinks and the weed that was mixed. Like it was a whole.
Yeah, I've had a lot of experience drinking. I know what a mushroom trip versus drinking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm tripping. And then last night, empty stomach, didn't drink, ate 7 of those motherfuckers.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like, well, the lights are a little more shiny than they would have been, but I should be tripping.
Yeah.
And no.
Man.
So back to stems and caps for my ass.
See, now I feel like I should have brought my actual mushrooms.
If you had, I still need to give my body time to reduce my fucking tolerance, because I don't think I was flat out scammed by these people. I think there are mushrooms in it. It just whatever. It wasn't potent last night. Maybe I didn't give myself enough time between trips to fully indulge. I don't fucking know.
Maybe we can eat mushrooms and go to the beach at nighttime. That's always awesome.
You're just trying to get me to the west side. That's so weird.
Just come. Beach girl.
Oh, the West Side is such a hassle.
No, it's so beautiful. Like once I moved over there by the beach, I literally can't live anywhere else. Like it's so perfect.
As I like to say, as I've said many times, like if I met a girl on the West Side, I'd effectively be in a long distance relationship.
No, I would have you move in with me.
I like my apartment. I like Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And that would be really awkward that I'm moving in with you and your boyfriend.
We have a 2-bedroom apartment.
It's still awkward. Like, hi guys. Hi, I'm going to do a podcast now.
Then you get a girlfriend and bring her over too. And then you guys get your own apartment. Anything to convert you to the beach life.
Or I could just keep living where I've been living for almost a decade.
Or you could do that with your chicken wings.
Exactly. Oh my God, I get chicken wings and get to stay in Hollywood? Fuck yes.
Yeah, I'll be at the beach with my mushrooms.
I'll be in Hollywood with my mushrooms. Like, there's a smoke shop around the corner that legitimately just sells mushrooms from behind the counter.
Yeah, well, the guy at the gas station by my apartment knows me, and he knows exactly what I want when I walk up there.
Cool.
Yeah. He's my friend.
Well, I'm glad.
I take him donuts. Maybe that's why he's my friend. I always bring them like donuts. They work so hard in there, and they're so nice. So like I buy them like dozens of like Krispy Kremes, and like I take them donuts sometimes.
Aw.
It's not an awe. It's just like
No, it's very nice of you.
they see me all the time.
I see lots of people all the time. I'm not buying them fucking donuts.
But they're like always at work when I see them, and I see them all the time.
It's very nice of you. It is a take the W. You're being a good person.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know what to say about that. You're just being an exceedingly nice person.
Eh.
Are you using the donuts to manipulate them?
No, I'm not. I just feel like they're at work all the time. They're like literally always at work, and then they see me all the time living my life, and that must be miserable to have a job and then you see people coming in and out getting fun stuff, and then you have to stay there by yourself looking at snacks that you can't eat. And so like I want to bring them some donuts because they're just they have to stay there and like
they don't have to. They can make choices about their own life.
No, well, because they have bills and stuff and families.
Right. I'm not saying that they quit working altogether. They could try to find other fucking forms of employment.
And then who's gonna work at the gas station?
Someone else.
Then I'll have a different friend who's gonna get donuts. Like it's a circle of life, man. It's like it's really important.
If you make minimum wage, I have donuts for you.
Well, I mean, it's like they're really nice and they don't have to be.
They're in a customer service job. They kind of need to be.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Like they don't have to. Like when they say, "Oh, well, how's your day?" They don't have to listen.
Are you sure they're listening?
Yeah, because they ask questions.
Just because you're asking questions doesn't mean you're actually listening.
I still think they're my friends.
Do you have any of their phone numbers?
No, I don't want them to remember.
Have you ever spent any time with them away from work?
I gave one of them a ride to the bus stop before because it was raining and he was walking, and I was like, "Dude, get in the car." And I drove.
Right, but have you ever spent any real time socially with any of these people away from work?
No, because I don't want them to know that much about me.
Right, they're not your friends then.
Maybe they're associates.
They are. They're acquaintances.
Acquaintances. Well, I love feeding my acquaintances donuts.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Don't construe that even though it's not a romantic intimacy, there's a level of intimacy with friends. And if you're not looking to spend time with someone away from where they work, they're not your friend. Like there's a lot of bartenders in this town that are my acquaintances that I love to death, and I'm happy to go support them at work. I'm happy to drink at their bar. I love bullshitting with them. They're not my friends because I have never fucking seen them from the other side of a bar.
But if they didn't work at the bar, wouldn't you want to be their friend?
Obviously not, because we have known each other for years, and neither one of us have made the effort to spend time with each other away from the fucking bar.
Well, whose fault is that?
Mutual.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are both shitty friends.
Yeah, we're not friends. We're not shitty friends. We're not friends.
Well, if the gas station people, if you guys ever...
Why aren't you putting forth the effort?
Well, because I live nearby. And if they know too much about me while they work there, that's like not safe.
Do you not feel safe around your friends?
I do, but like you work by my house.
Well, if they're your friends, it doesn't matter where they work.
I guess. But like if they work by my house, it's like that's a little too close for comfort. I don't even know where your house is.
You're in my house.
Well, hypothetically speaking.
You literally are in my house.
So we're friends. Oh,
Are we? I don't know.
I drank Fanta in your house.
This is work. We're at work.
Well, that's where the tequila comes in. This is work. This is friends. You see that? You see the difference?
No, I don't. Literally, what we are doing right now is work. I'm enjoying myself. Don't get me wrong. I'm on record committing to go to Six Flags with you. I will go to Six Flags with you.
Okay, so when we go to Six Flags, are we friends?
Potentially.
Okay. Well, then let's go to Six Flags.
All right. I'm down.
All right. Future friend.
Yeah. Future friend. Sorry, Jayne. We've met each other in meet space twice.
You've got a friend in me.
Well, 3 times now, but
you've got a friend in me. Come on.
You want me to sing fucking Randy Newton?
Is that who sings that? I thought it was Andy and Woody and Buzz.
Randy Newton, same person who sings "I Love L.A."
The news
That's
theme song?
No, that's Huey Lewis, but
oh, I don't know.
You're like, those people are old.
It was a little, slightly before. It was slightly before me.
Just a touch.
I'm embarrassed at something though. I have to tell you.
Oh no.
I used to be a Swiftie and a believer. And like, honestly, I stopped being a believer for a while, but now I think I'm a believer again. A Swiftie, I'm not coming for them, but it's just like we kind of fell off, like, you know?
How'd they fall off?
No, me and the Swifties. Like,
why?
Tay-Tay, I had a nickname for her. She doesn't know because we were friends. Me and Tay-Tay, we had this bond, right? When she had that song, like, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. That was my favorite song ever. It was like my 22nd birthday. I was like, she did this just for me. And then after that, she kind of changed her sound a bit. And it wasn't like suiting my ears at the time. And so I just naturally drifted. And, you know, I'm a Barb now.
A what?
A Barb.
I don't even know what that is.
Nicki Minaj.
Ah.
I'm a Barb. So, Belieber, I had all of his CDs. Yes, I was going to the concerts, hoping to get something signed, spending a boatload on tickets so that I could be right up front, and he never signed anything. Hurt my feelings. I did a protest against Justin Bieber at one point.
Because you wouldn't sign your shit?
Yeah, I was like, send him back to Canada. Like, I was all upset and, you know... But I got over it. Like I accept Justin now. Like I see him. I see him. But now I'm a Barb.
Hey, if it makes you happy.
Makes me really happy.
That's the important part.
Are you a member of any fan groups?
I am not.
Why? What do you live for?
Myself. Oh, I am very selfish. That's why I'm not having children. That's why I'm perpetually single. I am very fucking selfish.
What's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Me too.
I know, you said that.
I know, but we have to say it on camera.
Oh, fine.
Me too.
When's your birthday?
February 2nd.
Mine's the 9th.
Really? We're almost birthday twins.
Almost.
But not quite.
Yeah, well, plus my decade plus of being older than you. But
it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Time is a theoretical construct created to give people who are productive anxiety. If you're not productive, you don't care about time. But if you're a productive person with goals, you get anxiety because you're always watching the clock. So I don't like to measure time. I hate the fact that we have to use clocks.
They are important at times, though.
They are very important. I'm very I'm on it with time, but I just don't like the fact that I don't sleep with blackout curtains. I wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning. The sun wakes me up every day, no matter what time I go to bed. Yeah.
I sleep with blackout curtains. I don't go to bed till 4 or 5 in the morning.
You're such an Aquarius.
I am.
But I'm
I've
like,
been out of Aquarius for a very long time.
I'm a triple Aquarius. Like rising, moon, all that stuff. I just like, I don't know, I'm just kind of like wild and free, but then I get like in my little quiet moments, if I feel like you're fake or disingenuine or not very bright, I don't like to talk to you.
Well, I'm happy you've suffered through this with me.
It wasn't a suffering.
Well, I'm very unintelligent, so.
I think you're very smart.
Shh, don't tell the internet.
No, they need to know.
No, they don't.
I bet you read a book before.
Just the one.
Yeah, I know which one.
What's that?
The Kama Sutra book.
No.
The Bible.
Totes. Totes.
I saw this video. I hope the religious people don't beat me. Well, they couldn't beat me up, honestly. But anyways.
I mean,
so there's a
essentially, maybe.
consent. No. There was this video of a baby, and her parents had her like at this like, I think it was a baptizing, christening, something, and it was over this bowl of water, and the priest is like holding the Bible and like putting like drop water on the baby's forehead, and the baby looks down at the book and smacks it out of the priest, I don't know what they're called, the head guy that was talking with knocks the Bible out of his hand into the bowl of water. And I commented, I was like, that baby had to be an Aquarius. He was like, I am too smart for this shit.
The baby knows what's up.
The baby knows what's up. And I'm like, and I try not to talk religion with most people because they don't understand. I'm like, they feel like very offended when I challenge them. Like, I'm all for whatever keeps you being a good person. Like if you need religion to be a good person, but if you look at your religion and you look at all these other religions and you realize that every religion has a Jesus, and if Jesus was perfect, what religion was he? He was Jewish, right?
Yeah,
like,
he was a Jewish carpenter. My anecdotal experience is more religious the person, more fucked up they are, because they're like, I can request forgiveness from my God for what I do on this world.
And it's like, dude, you just have to deal with what you just deal with it. Like the first book of Genesis, I read the Bible because I really wanted to understand, the first page of the Bible in the first book of Genesis, God said, I give every living being every plant that yields seed for food. Well, if Jesus Christ was a perfect person, he ate fish and he gave fish to everybody, and they had milk and bread, and none of that comes from seeds. So, how do you explain that?
All this shit was written by people who didn't shit indoors. That's how I explain it.
So, right. So I'm like, take the positives of it and just like, and live through that. And, it's just like, you walked on water. I don't know. It's just like some things that I'm just like, were these metaphors?
Oh, for sure.
Because it's like Sodom and Gomorrah. He's like, if you turn around, you're going to turn into a pillar of salt. Like, I don't believe that they turn around and turn into a block of salt.
Well,
I think that they were salty because they were missing out.
Historically,
liberation.
There's some evidence that like Sodom and Gomorrah was, under a fucking volcano, and they turned to salt because they were covered in carbon and covered in ash. It was a lot of religious text is like, oh, hey, we're gonna take this real life event and twist it to where we need it to be for our narrative.
Yeah, and it's kind of, it was like manipulation. Even how they, like with the slaves, they used to like sing the religious songs to the slaves, like to hypnotize them almost. I'm like, you guys don't see like religion is a weapon, but like, I can't say that because then people
You just did.
Well, I stand by what I said, but it's just like when I say it, it offends people.
Who cares?
I don't. I literally set my life up to not have to care.
Nor should you. I've said this multiple times. Religion served its purpose back in the day, in the tribal days, where like there are limited resources, and it kept us from, cannibalizing each other. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Right.
Like, these are all rules that keep a society together. It's 2024. We don't need a visible sky daddy to try to keep shit together. You should be able to critically think and be like, that's right, that's wrong. This is how I should try to live my life.
Yeah. We'll see what happens in the future, but as of right now, everybody's just kind of doing their own thing, and they're living in whatever box they feel comfortable in. That's why I love this industry, because I don't have to live in a box. I literally can just be myself, and I can get booked and paid to be myself, and then I can build a platform to continue to be myself and continue to live off of being myself.
Fuck yeah.
That's like the dream. When they asked you in school, if you could do anything in the world, what would you do? And I said, I would get paid to be alive. And I got an F on my essay. And I want my teacher, okay? I want her to apologize to me, because I get paid to live right now, okay?
Fuck her. I mean, at the end of the day, fuck her.
They're wrong. You can do whatever you want. You can get paid to do whatever you want.
Why do you care what someone who 30 years ago, 25 years ago, said to you and was incorrect about? Why does it matter?
At the time, it mattered to me because I felt like that was the generation of people who made decisions on if I was going to be able to survive or not. And now I'm like, I'm the generation of people.
Right. Their opinion utterly does not matter now. You shouldn't lose any fucking sleep over it.
They're over there getting beat up by their students now. Look at you. I'm getting spanked on camera and coming everywhere. And you're not.
It's good that teachers are not coming everywhere. That would be really problematic in schools.
Dude, it was so crazy. Like the teachers that were getting caught with their OF pages. I was like, way to go, girl. Get you a contract. I was like, let's get kudos. Not the ones that were like sleeping with students. That was a little, I don't know. I used to want to date one of my teachers. I'm not going to lie. My world history
doesn't make it right. Just because you were a young person full of hormones doesn't make it right.
He wouldn't do it. And
good.
He flirted with me. I knew he wanted it, but he had like salt and pepper. I had a huge crush on Anderson Cooper. And so like anybody that looked like Anderson Cooper, I was like, oh, yes. And so he was hot and he knew everything about history. And I was a nerd. I had the second highest GPA in my high school. And so I was like a book nerd. And like, anyways, he was really smart. And I was like, hot teacher, gray hair. But he would just like be nice to me. And he let me move my desk right next to his. I didn't want to sit with the class. When I would come into class, I would sit my desk right next to his desk. And I'd be like, what's up? He let me sit there, but he never like entertained me, which was
the right thing to do.
Yeah, it was the right thing to do. I just, at the time, I wish that he, I was like, I'm already sexually active, is how I thought.
Well, you could go look him up now if you wanted to.
I don't think the attraction would be the same because I don't care about like geography anymore. Like, or like the Civil War. Like,
How do you not care about the Civil War?
I don't even know who like. It was the 4th of July.
The North one.
That's new information to me. I don't remember that part. I just know I needed to get an A so that he would like smile at me when he gave me my test back and like my homework. I know. God bless those teachers. God bless those teachers who don't partake. But the ones that do partake with the high school students, it is messed up, to like manipulate kids. But I can say being one of the kids, I laid it on pretty thick. So if you were not happy at home, you might have bitten. I laid it on thick. I pushed the barriers of like dress code violations. I would show up to class early. I'd be like, oh, do you want some cake? Oh, maybe that's a thing of mine. I always want to like feed like sweets, like cake or donuts to people.
Just how you manipulate them?
No, I just like watching them like put it in their mouth and like lick the frosting off and stuff. It's not like I have a food fetish, but it's just like.
No, you have a feeding fetish.
Yeah, it's like sustenance. It's like, I'll give you some energy. You're going to eat it up. You're just going to be strong and energized and have frosting on your face. And yeah, I used to bring him food. Oh, and my geometry teacher, my trigonometry teacher, my English teacher actually in 10th grade too. It was a girl, a lady teacher. She actually made me love reading. She
So
was
how many
hot.
teachers did you not want to bang?
Probably, well, in high school, I probably like half of them I didn't want to bang. Maybe half. Sorry.
So wildly inappropriate.
I did. It's just like they were so hot, especially like my gym teacher. He used to let me skip class every day. I literally didn't go to gym because I used to go hang out with him like at lunchtime and stuff in the classroom and do like Spanish dances and stuff. Like,
That's so inappropriate.
no. It wasn't that bad. It was like,
It wasn't that bad.
no, it wasn't that bad. It's because like I wore the traditional Spanish skirts and everything. And I'd be like, oh, I want to practice the dance routine so I can teach everybody for like the Cinco de Mayo festival. And I was the captain of the dance team. So I'd be in his class. We had a huge classroom. And so we like moved the desk back and I would just dance.
Holy
And I didn't have to go to PE. He never did anything inappropriate. He never touched me. He didn't watch me, film me, nothing. He just, I would be like, listen, I'm working out during lunch. So why do I have to go to gym?
It's fucked up.
Not really.
A little fucked up.
I don't think so.
Okay. I will agree with you.
Thanks.
And I hate to do it though. I do hate to do it. You know, we've been doing this for well over 2 hours.
All right, let's go.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, we're gonna call last call on this motherfucker.
Last call.
Yeah. We gotta get you out of here. We will do this again though.
Okay.
But before we get you out of here, where can they find you on the things?
You can find me on all the things at I'm Jayne Doh. I am JayneDoh. And then on my OF, it's just Jayne Doh, JayneDoh.
Awesome. Jayne, good times.
Good times, associate.
We're not friends until you eat a chicken wing.
Damn it, we're never going to be friends.
It's a hard knock life, but drink up, motherfuckers. I will see you next week.